good time. It's a damn good time podcast. It's a damn good time. It's a damn good time podcast. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm Steve Schaefer.
I'm Cody.
And this is a damn good time podcast. Hit him with it. This week, we're going to be talking about all kinds of cool things.
Let's do it.
We're going to talk hot button politics. Real hot button politics.
All of it, left and right.
The biggest stories from, everything going on around the world. We're going to talk about the war.
The war? Shit, I wasn't prepared for this. Look at my notebook.
Actually, it's kind of funny. The song just dropped out on its own. I even had to hit stop. No, we're not going to talk about any of that bullshit.
A little bit. We'll talk a little politics. We gotta get a little political.
We will talk a little politics.
Ohio just done some shit.
We did. Let's just break right into that.
Just did some shit.
We passed legalized marijuana.
Legalized marijuana in 28 days, 27 days? I don't know. From
something like that. December 7th, I think I've seen on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because I see all the memes coming out now. It's like, all the plugs in Ohio, you just got laid off on December 7th. No, but the funny thing is, in the state of Ohio, those plugs are still gonna be selling a bunch of fatty and heroin and cocaine and all that other stuff anyway.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure their market wasn't weed anyhow, so they still have jobs. Sadly enough,
it's gonna take time before your jobs are gone. It will happen. It will happen. Sorry, you plugs. But,
them drug dealers still have jobs. They always have jobs.
No, if you're smart enough, you're already bankrolled enough, now you're opening up your own shop, right?
Yeah, you're going legal, bro. Go legal. Yeah.
Make the real money.
This is your time to shine.
No, way more tax on that shit.
Honestly, I kind of want to look into what it takes to... Obviously, we don't have the capital to start a business.
No, and there's already probably, hundreds of shops that are ready to just go.
Yeah, so
they're
obviously
ready. When that button got pushed, they're like, bam, pass that.
Obviously, the medicinals are going to get first bid because they're already on the register, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw part of it was that they're going to open up new registries for extra dispensaries to do the recreational shit too. See, and then I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's still going to be a market for medicinal card. But at that point, are you going to get it? I don't know how that works because I'm not,
you don't need anymore.
Well, if you're in one of those states that went medicinal first and then recreational second, are there still people rolling in with medicinal cards? That's what maybe there might be some people that want to justify it. They feel bad. They can't just go out and say, "Hey, mom."
I think the medicinal card would maybe help you with. Say maybe you got pulled over or you got jammed up by the cops.
Well, and I still will say the medicinal card, you're still not allowed to get high and drive.
Right. But I'm just saying it might help you a little bit.
Maybe help with some sort of employment status. We're like, hey, we do pre-employment drug screening, but it's not necessarily a need for you to stay high. But if you are going to be high, you need to have a prescription for it, maybe.
Right.
Maybe that could be it. But yeah, then at that point, what's the point of having a medicinal card?
Now it just becomes how much open air smoking are you going to get when you're walking around events and stuff? And I know a lot of people freak out about that because we're going to place a drug test and now it's flying through the air.
You will not... The trace amounts of THC in your system will not show up on a drug test if you get drug tested and you don't smoke.
Unless you're sitting in a car clam baking.
If you literally never smoke,
yeah,
and you're sitting in a car clam baking, and say you even do feel a contact buzz, since you have never smoked or you don't regularly smoke weed, that small amount that gets into your system should be out of your system within a week.
Yeah.
There are a lot of false rumors out there about drug testing and shit. Like if me and you got high right here, right now, we broke the internet because these guys are smoking weed on camera. And then
I think people do that already.
and then since but still then let's say 2 weeks from now our employers pick it up because nobody we work with watches the show.
Right.
But 2 weeks from now our employers pick it up. We're passing that drug test.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm not a habitual user. I don't think you're a habitual
No,
user.
not at all. But
You know?
not at all.
So
But
for
I'm just saying-
non-habitual users, it gets out of your system quick.
Yeah.
That 30-day thing is for people that smoke weed multiple times a day, every day, and then stop. Or, they stop or they try to pass the drug test
Yeah.
within that month. That's that kind of month deadline.
Well, no, like, just because, make this clear in case you don't know, obviously, if your employment still deems it, you can't do it, then you can't fucking do it. Like, you're still getting fired.
Yeah. And the
Like,
problem,
it doesn't matter. You'll drug test, you're still fired.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
the problem stems from the fact that there's not sophisticated enough testing to tell whether you're high right now as opposed to whether you were high on Saturday off the clock.
Right. It's like
You know,
drinking. Drinking,
Yeah,
you
it's-
can tell. But,
Because drinking's legal right now for everyone, but if you show up to work drunk and they give you a breathalyzer and you fail, you're getting fired.
yeah.
If there was a breathalyzer for weed, it could be different.
Right.
Say you smoke all day on Saturday night with your boys. You go out, you go to a Grateful Dead concert, which I don't think I'm just,
Sure. Throw it out there. It's fine.
what are the cool weed
That's a good
smoking
one.
concerts anymore though? A Grateful Dead tribute band concert because Jerry's dead, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So you go to that tribute band concert.
He's got ice cream, though.
You get high as fucking balls. And sure, you might have a little hangover Sunday. You feel a little goofy Sunday. You go into work Monday feeling fucking great. If they had a breathalyzer for weed and you could pass, because I'm not high right now, but a piss test, you're popping hot all day.
Right. And I think that's the issue, like, with a lot of that. Because you obviously, you can't operate a vehicle either. Like, you're not
Yeah.
supposed to smoke much weed and go drive around and be like, oh, that's, which
And that's,
back in the day when we did indulge a little bit, and I did drive a vehicle, I was the most cautious fucking driver in the world. I'm like,
But-
son of a bitch, this car is huge.
I also think, so, and that's the difference with cops. I think you can get an OVI for marijuana if they can smell it on you in the car, and then they do kind of do a field sobriety test with you.
Yeah.
But there's no way for them to prove that you were high right then. If you get a good lawyer, you could probably get it thrown out.
Oh,
See, that's
sure,
the thing. That's
yeah.
that's
That's
the
a
gray
tough,
space
like-
with marijuana. Is there's no way for your employer. There's no way for you to prove that you weren't high that day. And then also on the other side, for the law, there's no way for them to prove that you were high that day.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a gray area. I've had seen.
Well, we would lose in Ohio because it's a fire at Will State, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't matter.
yeah, they don't
But
give a fuck.
they'd be like, nah, seemed like you're high. You're fucking done.
One I've seen a lot too, where I think it was years ago they were showing with blood tests they can show whether you're high right now or if you were high like a month ago or whatever. But no fucking company's gonna roll out a blood test.
Could you imagine if like they mandated cops to do that? Like, oh well, yeah, we can just wash this away right now if you just do a blood test, and everybody be like,
Yeah,
no, you're not taking my blood.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like-
'Cause that's the other part.
and
So
then
if you,
making them do that too. Like, what kind of fucking bullshit we'd be going through? Oh my god.
Yeah, so-
like, I feel so bad for the cops. I feel bad for everybody in that situation. Just be like,
and so
no, you're high or not?
here's a public service announcement from ADGT podcast, and I am being wholeheartedly here in the fact that if your job drug tests and you are not allowed to smoke marijuana for your job, it doesn't matter if it's legal in your state. Because there are
Don't
so
do it.
many fucking dumbasses out there that I've
Don't
worked
do it
with.
unless you don't like your job. Then.
Especially in the industry area, in the industry kind of area, it's like, yeah, sure, man, you're smart, you're an engineer, or you did this, or yeah, sure, man, you're fucking you're a talented welder and shit. And they're like, man, if weed was only legal, I'd get high every day. I'm like, well, does your job drug test? Like, yeah, but there's nothing they can do about it. Like, yes, the fuck they can.
Yep.
They 100% still can. Like, don't fucking do it. Like,
It's literally written in the law that they can dictate how they want to.
and it must be
Do it.
so. because it's to me that's common knowledge, right?
It's very common knowledge,
But
but
apparently it's not because our
that's why I had to make a comment.
Yeah.
We had our buddy Tanner. He even made a comment about it. Like, it's like, yeah, no shit. It's like, yeah, no employer is ever going to be like, no, it's cool if you come in here unless you work in a weed shop, maybe.
yeah.
No employer's gonna be like, yeah, it's cool if you come in here stoned. And even then, they probably don't want you stoned.
Well,
to be honest.
I'll tell you this much: working in the kitchen industry, they frowned upon it, but it was never enforced.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's just you're hard up for employment no matter what. So.
I've been high. I've been high a bunch of times where I go into the kitchen, I'm sitting there fucking chopping vegetables. I'm listening to the music. I'm in the zone.
Yeah.
I'm tasting everything because I got the munchies, and I know what flavors taste like at that point, man. Like I got the whole creative fucking juices flowing. And then my boss comes up to me and is like, "What's going on with your eyes today?" I'm like, it must be allergies. I'm like, yeah,
I just
right.
got a bunch of onions, man.
Allergies. Yeah, I've had allergies before too. It's like, and then they don't fucking stop you.
No, yeah. I just want to fuck with you a little bit.
Yeah. In those positions, it's more frowned upon than it is you're gonna get fired for it.
A kitchen is grunt work, and they know it's grunt work. And they ain't gonna fuck with it because they ain't got nobody to replace you. And if you walked out right there that second, they are done. They are done for the rest of the night, and they got to go cook. So,
dude, I remember I forget the girl's name, and even if I did, I wouldn't pull it out to blast her out. But I remember working at Bistro 131. I can call them out because they're not even a company anymore, right?
and it's gone.
It's gone. Mm-hmm. That restaurant's gone. Tore down. It's now a fucking Chipotle and Starbucks. But there's this one
Verizon
chick.
store.
Yeah. T-Mobile. It's not even Verizon. It's a fucking T-Mobile.
Oh yeah, T-Mobile. Sorry.
So I remember it was that dull moment between lunch and dinner shift, and it was the one chick on the floor. She worked the late lunch and then crossed over into dinner, and she must went out in the parking lot and ate a fuckload of pills.
Oh yeah,
A fuckload of pills. Because then all of a sudden she's like stammering on her words.
yeah.
And she just walks online. So anybody that doesn't work in a kitchen, the line is where all the chefs do the work. Outside the line is where the servers pick up all the stuff. Servers are never supposed to be on the line.
No,
Never.
no.
And this chick started walking down the line and was grabbing food and eating it. I'm like, what are you doing? And she was like, I'm just getting a ramekin of sauce.
Ramekin sauce.
Which, first off, the word is ramekin, if you don't know. It's supposed to be a ramekin. It's that tiny little dish that they put the sauces in for you to dip shit. Mm-hmm. A ramekin of, tell me a specific sauce. I need a ramekin of Chipotle mayo, or I need a ramekin of Caesar dressing. Give me some more clues here.
It's something.
But if you tell me you're stuttering over a ramekin of sauce, then I had to send her home. And I was like, no, that bitch needs fired. She's fucking high as balls. Not even smoking high, but like pill. You could tell it was some painkillers or maybe a bunch of Xanax or some shit.
She's picked up. Somebody needs to call welfare on her.
Yeah. So then she had a meeting, and it turns out she took her midday medication and was looking for food because she wasn't supposed to take it on an empty stomach, and that's why she was fucked up. I'm like, yeah, right. Shut the fuck up. You had a good excuse. Good excuse. She got let off. And then later she comes in fucking high as balls again, and then they fired her later. It's I guess everybody deserves some second chances and shit. But
this was years ago too. So
and she wasn't even a good server. That's the other thing.
But I mean, it's years ago. This was years ago. We're even in the sensitive era. This was years ago where we were just getting into the sensitive era. We were like, you got to be careful.
And talking years ago, we're talking 2011.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Yeah.
We're talking 12 years.
But still,
ago,
it was.
That's whenever weed was still frowned upon.
Was it 2011? Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I left for the oil field in 2012.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
I had Henry whenever I was working down at 131, and he was born in 2011. So, but it had to have been between 2011 and 2012 in that era. And even then, fucking weed was frowned upon.
Yeah.
It wasn't even, I don't even think it was legal in Colorado or anything like that at that point.
That's when smoking was starting to get frowned upon too.
Yeah, everybody started fucking vaping.
It's been a wild world.
And that's whenever vapes weren't even those cool little pods like I smoke now. They were those giant goddamn battery. They look like. I was like, is that a sex toy? I'm like, no, this is how I smoke now.
Hey, my first one was very cool.
Yours was cool. It looked like a little cigarette.
Yeah, but I had to pack cotton. I had to pack like a musket loader.
Well, that's only because
And-
you were refilling your own at that point. You could have bought the cartridge.
But that was in 2009, 10. I was doing that before it was even cool.
Yeah, I would say.
I didn't think 11 it was cool. That was like
Me and Sarah got married in 08. So yeah, it would have been 08, 09-ish when we were living together at the Middle City Resort House.
the smoking ban just happened, and I ordered vapes from another country, and I got them.
Yeah,
and
they were from the UK.
Yeah.
You bought them in euros.
I don't even know how I saw it or where I found it, but I found it.
Yeah, because I remember sitting in Vaughn's pub, and you were sitting there chiefing on one at the end of Vaughn's pub, and they're like, "Hey man, you can't smoke in here." You're like, it's vapor.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What?" And everybody's like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was even like, "Yeah, man, it's vapor. He bought them from like the UK. This is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
This is the future." Of
And I'm like, I
smoking."
need to invest in this, and I never did. Fucking idiot.
And now you can't even fucking vape inside anymore.
I think we've talked about this multiple times, but yeah, I was ahead of the curve.
It had a little blue light on the end of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember
Had a
that.
little light
bit
and
well.
had a little adapter and had to screw it in and plug it in a USB port.
Yeah, because I remember then I bought some,
Yeah.
and they were pretty cool.
Yeah. And you had to like get the liquid and like mix it. Like it was a pain in the ass.
Well, like I said, I'm pretty sure because that's you found that you could refill your own cartridges, but you could buy the already saturated cotton
Yeah.
cartridges. They just cost like 5 times more.
Yeah. Then I was like, oh, you can just get the liquid and
Yeah.
refill these. And then it became
God, imagine if we-
literally that.
If we were to
Literally.
Open a vape store back then, dude.
Oh, we'd be millionaires. We'd have a chain,
We
fucking
wouldn't even
worldwide.
we wouldn't even be sitting here talking to 12 people on a podcast.
No. Fuck you guys. No, we love you. I'm just kidding.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I was basically,
Yeah.
I basically got ahead of vaping.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were other people that were very ahead
You're
of vaping.
practically the hipster of vaping. Like, I was doing it before
least-
it was cool.
but in our area that I knew, yeah, I was just like, I need to quit smoking cigarettes.
Dude, there's-
It's cool. And like, it was different.
I would say you were probably in the top 5% of this fucking country.
Oh, I'd say top 1%, 100%.
Yeah.
I'd say probably point
And I'm-
1 to 0.5% of people that first started vaping ever.
And benefit of the doubt because there's a lot of fucking people.
Because
out
that's
there.
still 0.5% is a lot of fucking people.
Well, and so I'm ruling out. I'm going to rule out the non-smokers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just say we have our focus group of smokers only switching to vape.
Yeah.
I would say, without a benefit of the doubt, definitely top 5. Seems like 0.01 is stretching it. 1%, you're probably pretty fucking close.
A guy that didn't know what he was doing and ordered this product and
Yeah.
got it in, and somebody just invented it, and like
Yeah, but
it was probably terrible and bad for me, and like.
but you're also one of 300 in Tuscarawas County, whereas you got to realize that there are big cities out there that had smoking bans before, and
Oh.
they probably started
in the county,
in the country.
Probably.
I said in the country.
Oh,
in
you
the
said county.
county,
You said county.
In the county, you're probably at first.
I was probably one of one.
Yeah, you were patient
In
zero.
the state, I was probably one of 2.
Yeah,
In the country, I was probably one of
and I'd say in the country you're probably top.
50,000.
Yeah,
you
probably
know.
top 5%.
Yeah, one of 50,000 that knew about what was going on.
Right. Yeah, no, I said country, and you heard yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you were the first motherfucker in the county vaping. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
for sure. And it was hilarious. I would do it on purpose just to get caught, and they'd be like,
Everybody
"Hey,
looked
you
like
get
you
some?"
so
I'm like,
weird, and they're like, "That's so." And I think you even got like maybe looked down on like it was gay or something.
"Well, I gotta get." I got a few people to hit it, and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm ordering one of these." Like
Yeah.
I got people ordering. I'm like, I need to be a fucking spokesman for them or a sales rep.
Yeah,
for
I
them.
mean,
and like,
you converted me for a minute.
and literally, that's where the light bulb should have clicked, and I should have just fucking ran with it because now I'd be a millionaire, and we could be selling cheap vapes. But,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we could be the ones with the fucking alt smoke store down there.
We get 400 alt smoke shops at this point. But,
And with all that money, we could have probably been chewing for the first marijuana dispensary, you know?
yeah, well, we probably wouldn't care at this point.
Yeah.
We'd be dead also.
But yeah, so we started with marijuana, now we're on vapes. But yeah, no, I feel like I see a couple people that were pro weed saying that we should be celebrating, but this isn't the bill that we wanted. And it's like, shut up. Shut up. We got it.
Yeah, it's legal. What do you want?
Yeah, and I see the anti-smokers are like, well, it's going to turn into a hellhole. No, dude, bro, I've been through so many different states that have legalized weed. The only thing that I will say that I don't like about legalized weed is that now you're going to see the billboards everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
In which, whatever. It's whatever, but it's still, you see them everywhere. And then sometimes in hotel, I can smell that somebody hit a vape or something in the elevator.
Well, typically it's right where you enter the state. It's not in the middle of the state. So, or maybe in the middle cities.
Big cities, yeah.
You'll see it.
Heading into big cities for sure. Crossing state lines for sure, and heading into big cities for sure.
Definitely cross state lines. Like as soon as you.
Oh, because you see them all the time going to Michigan.
Yeah, we go as soon as you step foot into Michigan. It's like, boom, we got the pop.
Michigan's
then,
biggest dispensary.
And then you'll go once you go like 20 miles, 50 miles in. Then after that, it's like it's fucking gone.
Then
it's gone for a while.
It's back to McDonald's.
And then you get to major city, maybe you'll see one. You know, it's like if it's near an airport, then maybe you'll see one. But so the big thing is people from Ohio are driving up to buy it and then coming back down. So
I just did one of those douchebag moves, right? Where I was like, the only thing I don't like is seeing all the fucking billboards, and they're like. And then you said, yeah, once you get past the billboards for weed, and I'm like, yeah, then you go back into the McDonald's and shit. Like, so why am I comfortable with McDonald's pushing their fucking bullshit drugs and bad habits?
Right.
You know? Like people, so many fucking anti-drug people glance over the fact that fast food is terrible for you. It's ruining our country.
Way worse. Than
obesity and
way worse than marijuana.
And heart disease is way worse for you than marijuana is. So shut the fuck up. Stop consuming your drugs.
You ever eat McDonald's French fries? Then?
I mean, they're fucking yeah. But have you ever gotten high?
Yep.
And eating McDonald's French fries?
Yep.
You know, like get the fuck out of town.
Double up, bitches.
Once again, like I don't want to call this guy out because I work with him and shit. Which he knows. He obviously doesn't listen to podcasts, but he's very conservative, and he was anti the weed bill. I'm like, bro. And he loves country music. And he loves a lot of pop country. I was like, bro, how many of these motherfuckers are sitting there smoking weed right now? Shut the fuck up.
I had an instant idea after this passed.
Yeah.
And I wanted to run it by you.
What's up?
What if me and you get our license? I don't even know how we'd get this. Whatever.
To start a dispensary?
Not a dispensary. I've seen this on TikTok and stuff. CBD chefs. Or THC chefs.
Okay.
We get the oils, we get the extracts, we get the butter, we get the we make a whole thing, we make a whole meal.
I forget what city I was in recently, but there was a billboard for a restaurant that was all weed themed. And they even said on the billboard, we specialize or something that was like weed food. And it's like, we also have regular food,
I seen like the TikToks like Marshall Lynch, Snoop Dogg, there's a Netflix, I think, series where it was like all they do is cook with THC.
So that's a fun question. How do they treat restaurants? Do you have to be registered then as a dispensary?
I don't know.
And how does that regulate it? Because say you're like, hey man, hi. We're gonna serve you up in the clouds broccoli, and it's caramelized in THC butter, and so then you have to make sure your chefs are like, no, 1 fucking tablespoon of this THC butter. That's
one
it.
Drop.
Yeah.
Proportion, yeah. But like when I watched it, like all the guys that were doing it were like seemed like they were like scientists. Like they're like. No, this is exactly this many milligrams. And blah, blah, like really smart guys. It's not some guy that's really like, Nah, I made you fucking cake.
I took an
Fucking eat it. It's got fucking 500 milligrams.
I took an ounce of this Alaskan Thunderfuck. I boiled it down in this butter. I have no idea how much THC in there, but I put a half pound of that butter in these brownies, and boy,
Yeah.
you gonna be happy.
But
But no, like if you really like, and that's
I don't know if like that's my calling, but I feel like it could be worth a lot of money.
But if you could, if
So,
you
like,
could
it'd be
propose
fun.
like, hey, you know what? You're gonna steak, mashed potatoes, some broccoli, and at the end of it, you're gonna have 30 milligrams THC total.
I would know that you would have to really get into the science of it,
No, 100%.
and you have to be almost have a degree
Yeah,
in some sort of way. You might not have to. You at least have to like get into the science of all it, how it's made, how it's processed, how it breaks down when you cook it. Because like, if I use THC oil and then like, fried some broccoli, like you just said,
right.
and stir fried some broccoli, sautéed broccoli, whatever, it's probably going to kill off half of it. I
Yeah.
assume just by heat alone. So you might
Well, I don't know,
end
it's-
up with a 15 milligram broccoli that's going to be 7.5.
They,
So
they do it somehow in the gummies. You
Yeah.
gotta boil that sugar. So then, do you cook that sugar? So instead of cooking the THC in the food, I imagine with the gummies they probably because something's
That
got to
was-
change that. There's so much high heat needed to get gummies and sugar to do what it does for that. And so then, do they get the sugar first, wait for it to cool down, drop in the THC as a measured effect, and then stir it in, and then sit them in the molds?
but that was literally the first thought that came to mind when that bill was passed.
Let's make a weed
Was-
restaurant.
I want to make a weed restaurant or like or private, like
Yeah,
I want to learn the science of it.
yeah,
And then I would do private caterings to people that got too much goddamn money that will pay me so much
Right.
to bring all these oil extracts in and like make a whole meal out of that, which is like a slow tune. Because you don't want it to be like, oh, here's your appetizer, and then all of a sudden everybody's like,
Right.
rolling. You want it to be like a slow tune. There's ups and downs, and I know they talk about like the different CBDs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And
the
like,
different types of weeds.
some give you energy
Yeah.
and some don't. It's like I don't know anything about
It's
it.
a sativa
but,
or-
yeah, whatever it is.
When that's the thing that fantasy.
I mean, I'd be curious to learn more about it, and I think it'd be a very lucrative business.
Yeah.
But it would also be one thing that you're relying on living in like a big city. So
Well, and that's the thing that fascinates me too more about the legal aspect of weed now is that since it's been legal, especially medicinally and then recreational, since it's come into fruition for I don't even know how many years now it's been legal. Like Colorado was first, right? But ever since then, it's like you can actually dose for a purpose. Because how many times, when we got high back in the day, I'm not going to deny that. I'm calling you out.
no. Yeah, when we were kids, and
We were kids, and we smoked
teenagers,
weed.
and we smoked a ton of weed, and
And
we
say-
clam baked cars out and shit.
But
That
say-
weed sucked too, by the way.
Yeah, but say
So-
like, there were some nights where it's like, you know what, I just want to fucking chill out. Especially me being a teenager, sometimes I just want to hang out in my room, listen to some music, and chill out. And then you take like too many hits. It's like, man, I'm high as fuck, and now I'm anxiety ridden. I can't even
Yeah.
relax anymore. Whereas now it's like dose. Like I could take a 10 mil, I could take a 50 mil, or I want to be high as balls. Like bang a
Hey,
fucking.
I'll admit right now in this podcast, like I've ate some gummies in my later life. Just a little nibble here or a square here or whatever it is. And you know what? Fucking beautiful.
It's better than a Tylenol.
Beautiful. Like might have had like either we had a party the night before and I had
Yeah.
a hangover or something going on or
It's a great hangover remedy.
just whatever. Like I mean I make sure I clear a day for it. I got a day clear.
Yeah.
But I got my kids and everything, so I'm not like doing anything wrong. And maybe it's actually not recently I've done any of this, but I have a day clear and no kids, anything.
You
And I
don't,
like-
you don't even have to have a day clear. I used to go into fucking college blazed out of my fucking mind, and I
Well,
graduated.
yeah, we used to go in high school, but
You know, like,
but I bite a little corner off of like a gummy, and then it's just like, oh, this
Yeah.
feels nice. Like you get a nice little chill buzz. All your aches and pains go away. Your anxieties might go away. Like, not for everybody,
Yeah.
I'm sure, but like, I had a little euphoria moment
well, that's
for maybe, I don't know, an hour,
it's a hangover cure. It's
45 minutes, and then the rest of that's just kind of you're chilling off, and you're the same person.
It's
So
literally like taking a fucking Tylenol.
yeah, or extra strength Tylenol maybe,
Right.
or something like that.
You know, and that's what
That's gonna last longer, or like,
and that's what I've told a couple people. I'm like, dude, you're always bitching about your back. Imagine if you could just take a 20 milligram of acetate, and I don't know, whatever, blah blah blah. The ones that are more for relaxation and pain management. Pop one of those, and your back doesn't hurt anymore. It works better than the fucking ibuprofen that you popped like 18 of in a day, and it's probably better for your liver in that sense too.
again, you can get your fucking ass fired. So.
Yeah, but still, yeah, still gonna pass the drug test still.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm just trying to sell them on the positive points of
Mine was
this.
a long time ago when I was trying to talk about it, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. My other positive point, though, too, is that we made that remark earlier. Yeah, plugs, you know, plug is slang for a drug dealer for anybody to know. Plugs are going to need to find new jobs because you're out of job December 7th. I want to also say that case in point is people are like, well, what if my kids do it? What if my kids do it? Like, yeah, your kids are probably going to do it. Still, it's not legal till they're 21. They can probably get a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend to get it for them. But the best thing is that that's all they're going to get. Whereas before, you'd have to go to a goddamn drug dealer. And the only time I've ever come across heavy drugs, the only time I've ever come across hard drugs, the real bad ones, is whenever I'm trying to get weed.
I would say because it's accessible and legal, they don't fucking care.
Yeah.
They don't want it. They don't want it.
Right.
They don't want it. I bet the rate goes down. I bet the rate goes down because what the fuck's the point? It's not fun anymore.
It'll be. Does underage drinking go down?
Drinking is different because drinking
It's not.
is
I don't think it's not.
drinking is a sexy thing. Drinking is you go to the bar, you go to the club, you're drinking, you're partying, right?
Yeah.
Getting high for us is going to be a different experience then. I'm just saying.
Well, then your
Something that
experience-
mellows you out.
your experience is different than mine.
Something that mellows you out and makes you just like not want to party
No, because
is different than alcohol.
well, then your relationship with alcohol and weed is different than my relationship with alcohol and weed. Because
Okay.
if I was able to be weed only and give up alcohol, I would 100%, and I'd still be the same fun party guy, and I'd probably make less bad decisions. And
But you're not going to be hyper at all.
huh?
How are you going to be hyper on weed?
You obviously don't remember me when I was smoking weed.
I don't know. Not at all. And I don't know how weed makes you hyper.
It did. It
Because
always
it's
did.
a suppressant. So
Dude, I remember my apartment. We'd have the big party. Obviously, we'd smoke and drink the night before. I'd wake up the next day and it's like, God, this apartment's a wreck. There's beer cans everywhere, right? Beer cans everywhere.
Sure.
Cigarette ashes here, butts put out in cans, and all this big fucking mess that I got to clean up. I'd bang a couple Gravity Bong rips, put on some good tunes, and I would clean that whole entire apartment, and I would fucking rock out. I'm sitting there literally singing into the broom like it's a microphone while sweeping up the fucking floor, just living my
Okay,
goddamn
well,
best life.
you're an anomaly. 99% of the population aren't doing shit.
For some reason, anxiety for me turns into energy. Where some people get that crippling anxiety where they freak out and they're like, oh my God, everybody hates me. Oh my God, I'm not doing enough. What am I doing with my life? And they sit there and fucking hide in a ball and they curl in a corner and they fucking clam up. Whereas anxiety with me is like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life?
Like I said,
Let's go do something. Let's go do something about it.
99.9% of the people in the world, they're going to bed. So
You want to know another
you're
weird fact?
not. You can't say shit. Then. So no,
You
that
wanna-
does not apply to you.
I think it's there's something there's a few people like that too. I think it has something to do a little bit more with ADD because uppers calm me down.
So you need Adderall.
Yeah.
That's why they give people Adderall because they're an upper,
Yeah, and it levels them out.
but it levels them out. So
Yeah, the few times.
but I would never think you had ADD though.
I don't know, but uppers calm me down and downers pick me up.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
I'm semi that way though.
Technically, alcohol's a downer.
I'm semi that way though.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Case in point, for you, alcohol makes you want to rage and party, but it's a downer. It's supposed to fucking drop you.
Well, it's because you lose all ambition and you just fucking
But it's still it's still a downer.
But mentally in your brain, you're pushed to that point because that's what the thought's been put there. But if you're taking something else, then yeah. But then I'm also a person that has sex and I get hyper after sex. I don't want to go to sleep.
Oh, give me a sandwich and put me to bed, baby.
No, see, like
Maybe not even. I'll even skip the sandwich.
after I am finished, I'm like ready to go.
Yeah.
Not a second time. Most of the time, not able to do that anymore. I used to be able to, but
Well, that's if you want to keep me
give
up.
me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll be ready.
If you
but
if you want to
then-
keep me up, let's go a second time.
But then I'm ready to go up and do something. Like
yeah.
I go, "Pachoo!" Like my brain wakes up. Like I just like
I mean, it also
am ready to go.
kind of depends.
I
on-
could solve some math problems probably.
Also depends on what time of day. Morning sex, I'm ready to go afterwards. I'm ready to go. Like let's go.
No,
let's
like-
go do our things today. But night sex, like if we're laying in bed, getting ready to go to sleep.
No, I'm
it's like,
I'm
yeah,
talking mainly night. I'm just like, bam, like it wakes me up, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm like a giggly little schoolboy after it. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
And
no,
my
I-
wife hates it. She's like, I just want to cuddle and go to bed, and you're just like a hyper shit. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. Sorry. I just like. Then I try to calm down. Like it just like, my brain just released all the euphoria into it.
Yeah.
And like my brain's just different. It just releases adrenaline and euphoria at the same time. It's just like, yeah, let's go nail something out now.
Well, I guess mine's would be ready for whatever. Because I'm not gonna just pass out on, but I mean, if we're going to bed, then I'll go to bed. But if we bang it out and it's like, oh, let's go take some more shots, or let's go eat some food, or let's go. I'm like, okay, I can do that. I guess I'm at a
Well, most people are like, let's cuddle and go to bed.
I'm
And I'm like,
I'm at a blank slate.
I need to go. I just need to jump up.
Yeah.
Like I just want to jump up.
My post nut clarity is blank slate.
Yeah.
You know.
My wife is just like, I'll go to bed.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, I don't know. Where are we at right now? Where the hell were we been at? We had topics. We're so far off.
I guess we're delving into addiction and shit or something.
I guess.
All the things that make us happy.
Holy hell.
Speaking of being happy,
I'm sorry. And
we're not
love you guys.
We ain't sorry for shit. This
Yeah.
is what you guys tuned in. This is what you sign up for. You know what to expect of us.
the rambles go on forever.
But speaking of being happy, we talked about last podcast. I was turning 40 the next day, and we did my 40th
we
birthday
just had
party.
your birthday party
It was a
this weekend.
great fucking day. I remember half of it, so that means it was a good time.
You know, half, 3/4, whatever it
Yeah,
was.
it was a brownout type thing.
Yeah. We had a
Till the
good
end there,
time.
then I don't remember going to sleep. But
We had some wineries. We had some breweries. We had some party back at your house.
we went and saw our good friend Scott Paris.
We had some dance-offs.
Yeah, I danced too much.
Pretty sure I kissed you right on the lips.
Yeah, we
this is
sexually
fine.
assaulted our friend. He was a male, so it's fine. We sexually assaulted another male, which was cool.
Yeah.
Jordan, sorry I grabbed your penis,
Yeah.
but I'm not sorry.
You know, I'm pretty sure I did too.
Yeah,
It's fine.
your gun is digging into my hip.
We're the straightest gay men, you know.
Yeah. Well, and you know what?
I think it's a meme or something like that. I don't know.
You know, I feel like I'm not gonna go grabbing on all the ladies. That's uncool.
No.
I'm gonna grab on some dudes.
No, and it's just It's just us doing a fucking weird gay bit.
No,
Just tell our friends that we
It's-
love them.
And I'll tell you this:
It's just because
I found
we
the
love
breaking
our
point.
friends so
I
much.
found the breaking point. It was Always Sunny. Whenever they went to go see, what the fuck, Thundergun. When they
Yeah.
went to go see Thundergun, and they talked about how in that movie that they were trying to see, the guy hangs dong, and even the men in the group were so excited to see a penis, and that was funny to me. I'm like, holy shit! Like, you know, you don't have to. It. I don't, and I guess I've never really understand this whole super hetero, ultra hetero. You know, fuck that. Like, if I reach out and I hold your hand right now, hold my hand,
holding hands.
and somebody watching be like, oh, that's so gay. Fuck that. What is too good? That's holding hands.
I'm gonna rub your fingers.
Like, if
now.
this upsets you, shut the fuck up. But it's just it makes it funny to me. Like, you know what? Why can't we just say that out loud? Everybody gets excited to see a penis on screen every once in a while. You know what I mean?
You watch porn, right?
Yeah. And I've brought that up so many times. It's like, look, I ain't gay. I'm not gonna. No. Like, do you watch full penetration porn? Well, yeah. Like, you see a dick every day. Then, you know, like, every time you jerk off to porn, you're looking at a penis. You know, like, so why do you gotta be? Why? I don't know how to explain it. It's like, yes, I am 100% heterosexual. I have no real interest in doing anything sexual with men, but I'm not shy about the fact that dudes have penises and there's a hot guy. It's like, sure, let's, because I want to be more comparative, you know?
Well, you know, it's just the.
And I beg to say, like 90% of men out there that are super hetero strong, like say a Brad Pitt or a Ryan Gosling comes up to you and says like, "Hey man, I want to kiss you on the lips." You're not going to say no.
Well, probably not, but most
You wouldn't
guys,
kiss Brad Pitt on the lips? Or you're saying
Why?
90%?
I mean, creep me out unless you give him $1 million.
No, I'd do it for free, man. I'd give him a smooch.
I mean, unless you're recording it, just so I can be famous. But yeah, I'm like, why?
Oh, you'd have one up on everybody else. So many other fucking people in the world that want to do it.
I mean, I probably would, but I'd be just like, why? Fucking,
There's a
like,
billion women
but
out
I make sure I just fucking like give him a little
There's a
dick tag after you left.
billion women out there in the world that would kill you for a chance to do that, and you just did it. You got one up on them.
Yeah, so it was recorded, I'd win. But if it wasn't, and it's just for my own normalcy, I'd be like, no, fuck off. It had to be public. It had to be public. Because it, like,
I feel like that seems weirder.
why is that weirder if it's public?
I don't know.
No, if it's public, then I gain off of that. You know, like I become, well, our podcast becomes famous because I'm the guy that kissed Brad Pitt. We gain off of that. Now, if it's just like me and Brad Pitt sitting alone in a room, he's like, "Hey, you want to kiss me on the lips?" I'm like, "Fuck off, dude." That was me and you drunk on your birthday night, and then we both just got like, we're gonna be fake kiss, but then we both overcommit, and then we peck lips. Sure, you're my best friend.
So would
that
you-
happens.
Would you
But
fake
if it's
kiss
Brad Pitt,
yes.
Brad Pitt,
100% Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt in a
You know,
random room.
I wouldn't kiss Brad Pitt either.
I don't know fucking Brad Pitt. You know, his lips been all over Angelina Jolie's
And
fucking
don't you want
floppers.
to? Don't you want to taste a little bit of that?
Well, if it came straight off that, then to my lips, then yeah, I'm
There's
making out with that motherfucker.
Still got to be a little bit of residue there. You
No.
think?
No, I'm just saying.
Well, even if it ain't Angelina,
It would have to be public, or I'm not doing it.
do you think when you're a man like that, do you go down on girls anymore? Or are you so full of yourself you don't do it?
It depends what kind of piece of shit you are.
Right.
And they're probably all pieces of shit, so they probably don't.
Because what is it?
They probably hire a guy comes in. Keto.
isn't it DJ Khaled?
I got a guy for that.
DJ Khaled is like notorious for saying like, no, I don't go down on my wife.
Well, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know. Even no matter how much money I have, I'll still go down. I like doing that. It's fun.
Yeah, that's Is this getting weird?
Yeah,
Getting
we're
weird
talking
for the
too
podcast.
weird.
Yeah, let's turn off. Turn that off. We might have to cut that out.
We'll go. Okay. But yeah, no.
Next
so,
up.
but still weird. Like DJ Khaled, people that famous, they just feel like they don't have to do that anymore, and it's like,
Yeah, I don't want.
enjoy your lover, you know.
Yeah, enjoy. What you got?
But
Anyways,
but yeah, no, we had a great time on my 40th birthday party.
it was a great time.
You know what? I'll go out and say that I had a damn good time
You had a damn good
on my
time,
birthday.
Yeah. I was in
Obviously, drank
somehow
too much.
put in charge, which why not? Because I'm your bestie.
What do you mean somehow?
No, your wife said, "Get him the fuck out of the house," so he doesn't do any cooking. But when we immediately talked first time, which was hilarious, it was like, "Oh, let's like smoke a prime rib and
Let's hang out and smoke a brisket all day.
let's cook ribeyes."
Yeah.
That's our idea of a good time. Is immediately like, "Oh, yeah, let's get the sexiest meat we can,
It's good.
and let's just take care of that all day."
Put it on the
And
smoker.
that's gonna be our fun. And then your wife's like, "No, get him out of the house." I'm like, "You sure about that?
No, and that's fine because
You
I
sure about that?"
I still had a great fucking time doing
No,
it,
we had a-
what
we
she
had a-
wanted planned. So
We had a blast. She had got on the charcuterie boards and the stuff.
Yeah.
She did, and like everything was good.
and shout out to my wife, it was awesome too. She had all these like old pictures of me
Yeah.
and like me and my
Pictures
friends
of-
growing up, and like she had little like baby pictures of me and shit hanging on the
Yeah.
wall and stuff. So that was like super cute and super adorable.
yeah,
It was
Yeah.
awesome. She did a great job setting up the party. All the food was
yeah, you
good.
cried a little bit.
Well, yeah, dude,
I would have too. We're emotional souls.
I got
so
very
it's
sentimental. It
all
was
good.
just nice that there were that many people in my life that wanted to come and hang out, and those are the it's awesome because those are the ones that got me this far. You know,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for them,
I'm not trying to call you out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you felt
No,
attacked
but-
by that. That's me, 100.
Yeah.
That's me and you,
Yeah.
110%. Like
yeah,
we are so much of people. Like when you get those feels,
I'm a crier.
I'm a crier. Like when I get those emotional feels, I'm all I'm out.
Yeah.
And, like I'm gonna shed some tears. I'm gonna be happy. It's happy and cheerful tears, and like I love it. I
Yeah.
love it because I feel like there's people out there that are like, no, I don't cry at shit or I don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Well,
And they're sociopaths or something. You
you
know,
can't. You have never experienced enough joy in your life, is what I
Well,
say.
and it's just there's different people for different things. Like we with those feelings, we're empaths. Not only are we afraid to express our feelings, but we can feel other people's feelings. Like I do notice it a lot in me, as if I have to be around somebody that's always a negative person, I start to get in a negative way. Like I feel their emotions, I pull their emotions, and I get that and then it puts me on edge. So I try to stay away. I've learned, long ago in life that like, oh, you're just a shitty fucking person. Then why would I want to be around you?
Yeah.
Like if you're constantly negative, you're constantly back talking. You're,
Good.
yeah. If your whole, and I don't care. Some people's whole lives are a fucking struggle, but they still have an upbeat purpose about it. And those people I like, those people want to hang around. I love happy people. It's those you fucking Debbie Downer assholes all the time that drag me down. Yeah. Yeah.
Get one of them.
Which sucks because like I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain,
Yeah.
but like, and then it drags me down, so I choose not to be around you because
Yep.
I feel it too much.
Yeah. Sorry. Tried to help you, but
It's like I literally sit there and watch Grey's
love
Anatomy.
you to death. But
Yeah, I watch Grey's Anatomy and cry all the fucking time.
I know.
It's so stupid.
Shut up. I know. Anyways, I think you got some hot topics for us,
Hot topics.
or at least a couple, right?
Yeah, there was something. Oh, dude, there are elephants having a damn good time.
Fucking elephants. I love
I look this one up. I knew I heard it on a podcast.
Aren't elephants just the funnest things to watch? They're big old floppy ears. They're giant shits. They're
And-
weird giant penises that makes any man go, what?
Sorry, I'm taking these sunglasses off. I can't read my goddamn computer. I thought it was a Denver Zoo. There's elephant semen.
Now they're on their rightful owner.
So,
No. What are you looking at right now? Oh, my God.
so
2.5 quarts. Is that what you want me to ask?
no,
me
no,
how
no,
much
no,
it
no,
is?
no, no. There's a zoo that they were talking about how Denver Zoo. Denver Zoo is big in the elephant sperm business. Apparently,
They're big in it.
yeah,
Are they sewing it?
they are harvesting the elephant sperm and then giving it out and supplying it to other zoos. Yeah, obviously,
Okay.
to helping populations. Nobody's drinking it or anything weird. Don't be weird about it.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm just,
I'm the one
Wait,
that said
what?
that.
Hey, we got to help our population out there.
And there's the picture. This is the one that I saw, and I wanted to share it with you and everybody else. This
Oh,
guy is harvesting elephant semen.
Oh, he's deep in there. Massaging the prostate.
He's
right?
massaging the prostate. Yeah.
Mhm.
Whenever I first heard them talking about this on a podcast, I thought maybe he was like, how do you stroke an elephant dong? Like, do you, but no, you go in through the anus and you massage that prostate. So I just wanted to shout out to the Denver Zoo elephants. Have a damn good time. Salute to you boys.
I mean,
And then it immediately made me think of
that man's like, he looks happy. He's smiling. While he's like
because he's doing it for Mother
elbow
Earth.
deep inside of that asshole.
He's doing it for Mother Earth.
I know.
And then it reminded me.
I want to respect him, but I also want to be like, how'd you get there? How'd you
reminded
get
me-
there? That your entire life now is sticking your arm up in to make an elephant come up his asshole. That's his job. That's literally his fucking job.
And then it made me think this is how they were doing it.
But he's getting paid like $200,000 a year to fucking
He's a biologist, man. It's
every
his
once in a
job.
while just like stroke off an elephant, through his ass.
Made me think of this scene from Freddy Got Fingered. This is how I thought they were harvesting the semen. From Freddy Got Fingered.
Why? Why would you take that ball? Literally. It's literally fake and not even.
Oh, dude,
close
it's
to-
100% fake.
It's
Yeah,
not
for
close
sure.
to elephant penis size. That's half of
is-
that.
It is 100% fake. But when I saw the headline, when I heard this on the podcast, they said they're harvesting elephant semen. I thought, and for those just listening, I just played a scene from Freddy Got Fingered where his dad's chasing him through the desert and he jerks off an elephant on his dad.
Yeah.
And-
In like 2 seconds and it just
Yeah.
blasts him away with white foam.
And the elephant's penis was obviously like 10 times too long. And the load was obviously like probably 1,000 times too big, I would say. But I don't know.
It might actually be actual. I don't know.
We should talk to the guy who's got his but apparently you don't jerk them off. That's fake. You got to put your hand in their butt.
Yeah. That's where this is the men's.
Those the goddamn
Jeez,
writers for Freddy
fathers.
Got Fingered got it wrong. They got it wrong. I've been lied to my whole life. Because I took that movie as fact. Obviously, who wouldn't?
You can do for the front or the back, but apparently the back, the back for elephants is easier than the front because they don't have a big enough machine to take care of that.
And the front only works as if Rip Torn's there.
Yeah, it's probably easier just to do the back end
But yeah, no.
because their
hey,
organs are also probably 10 times bigger than all of us.
oh, dude, imagine
obviously.
that prostate's probably like a
Yeah,
basketball,
it's
right?
basketball. Ours are like walnuts, and theirs are basketballs. I mean, their dicks obviously are what fucking
You ready for a
100 times bigger than ours.
ready for a personal question?
Okay.
Have you ever had your prostate milked?
No.
Yeah,
No.
me neither.
No.
Any interest?
Nope.
Dude, I feel like it'd be awesome.
Never had anything enter.
I always, as a kid, thought it'd be cool if there was a button.
I'm sure soon, because I'm pushing 40, and you are 40. There's going
Yeah,
to
but
have some entry soon.
That's going to be less for pleasure and more for science.
Yeah, we're going to have to get some checks.
I want to do the pleasure one. I don't want to do the science one.
I don't.
No?
I don't.
But I'm saying, so whenever I was a kid, I always thought, like, hey, man, that'd be cool if I just had a button, like, like on my watch. Beep, and then it's come. Lo and behold, there is a button. It's just, you got to go through a mysterious cave to get there.
I just don't ever foresee that. But hey, I don't know.
You never rooted around there.
No, I've never read that. Have you read around there?
No, I couldn't even keep a straight face asking it.
Fucking idiot. No.
The
And
way-
I'm sure there's some
I'm
guys
sorry.
out there right now that are probably like, no, you guys should check that out.
Check the comments on the live feed. Everybody chime in.
I'm sure there's some guys out there right now that's like, no, you guys, you got no idea.
They're probably rooting right now.
Yeah. I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah.
Not saying, 10, 20, 30 years down the road when I'm in my 70s.
Yeah. No, I mean,
And I
it's
had
not
enough-
about. It's not
And I
about.
had enough doctors.
It's not about being unhappy where you're at. It's just
In a way.
curiosity.
In a way.
That's why they call me Whiskers. Curiosity killed the cat.
In a way,
I'm curious like a cat.
it's about you're not happy where you're at with sex, so now you got to take it to the next level.
No, I'm just curious in the sexual department. Well, not that one came out of my mouth real weird. That one came out of there.
I don't know. Like,
I hear something like reach in there, press this little gland in your butthole with a finger,
I'm
and you'll
gonna-
come instantly. And like
I'm gonna say
it doesn't spark your interest at all.
we stop on this one. We've already talked about way too much butt stuff in the last 5-10 minutes,
Okay.
and yeah, you figure that out on your own. That's all on your own. We're all gonna get
I will
fingers
say-
or devices in our butts eventually,
Well, yeah.
but let's just leave it there.
Yeah.
And
I will say there's probably a good chance that I will die without having ever had my prostate.
all right, we're done.
Beep, beep.
No, you're gonna get it, but that's fine.
From who?
I'm a doctor. You're an old man. Eventually,
No,
you gotta
that
touch it.
one's for science, not for pleasure.
No, that one's to make sure you don't have prostate cancer.
Doc's not gonna make me come.
Just make sure you don't have a lump in your ass and you have prostate cancer.
Yeah, Doc's gonna be like, "Yep, feels good," and I'm like,
Yeah, but then you might be like,
but Doc's,
Anyways, moving on.
Doc's.
Do you have another topic, please? Let's get off assholes.
I do not.
All right. Well,
Do you have a topic?
Jesus Christ, Steve.
That was
Do I have a
funny.
topic?
I thought it was funny.
I think we just talked about buttholes for like 20 minutes.
Buttholes
So,
are
I don't
funny.
know.
Even the word itself, butthole, is funny.
No, but happy birthday, dude.
Oh, thanks, man.
It was a good birthday party. We had a fun time. We went to
Yeah.
wineries. We did all that stuff. It was a good time.
Yeah.
My week's just been so convoluted, so busy. One thing I did take out this week that was kind of like a little moment of zen
Yeah.
is the weather's still not that shitty
Oh, dude, the weather's been great.
in Ohio.
The
So,
weather's been great.
sorry,
Some
for you
sunny-
guys in
some
different
sunny 50,
areas and
60
stuff, but
days.
like just like it's not that bad yet. But we're closing in. The time change though. Oh,
Yeah.
the time change.
Yeah, sunset's at 5 o'clock now.
Fuck you, time.
It's like 5:30ish.
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
I hate you so much. I can't get home without it being dark outside already, and I got so many little things I want to get done, and I should have already been done. I know they should have
Yeah.
been done. It's just like I need to mow the grass one more time. I need to cover the boat up. I need to, first world problems.
Yeah, I've been battling leaves all week. I get home and do leaves for an hour, and I still haven't made a dent. Get home, do leaves for an hour, half a dent. Get home, do leaves for an hour, a little bit more, and a little bit more.
Coming.
I got finished leaves this weekend, and I still got to cover my boat this weekend too. So
Stop on stop.
and then that's another thing I want to talk about. I'm wearing this fucking tropical shirt.
Oh,
Your
why?
boys are going tropical next week.
That's right.
I got the rough trip. My job sucks so bad. First, I got to go to L.A. and hang out in Burbank and beautiful SoCal, and then so Friday, since I'm already on the West Coast and it makes sense for airfare and shit, I have to go to Hawaii on Friday.
You gotta do it.
And
You gotta do what you gotta do.
And since the lab's not open on Saturday or Sunday, I just got to hang out there and wait for them to open up Monday. So,
Right.
next Friday night, we're gonna try and do a podcast. If my internet's good out there, we're gonna try and do a virtual podcast from Hawaii, and then I get to hang out there Saturday, Sunday. It's gonna be tough, man, but somebody's got to do it, you know.
Terrible.
But yeah, dude, I'm going to fucking Waikiki, bro. I'm going to
Been
Waikiki.
there. Been there once.
Yeah. Oh, so you were at that island,
Oahu.
Oahu.
Yeah.
Which, hold on, let me look
That's the
this
main
up.
big island. That's the tourist island.
I'm going to I'm going to Honolulu.
That's where I was.
Is that the big island?
Either way, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Honolulu.
That's the small one. That's one of the big ones down there, right?
It's a tourist island. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dope.
Took a little trip there before in my earlier days, but yeah, you'll have fun.
Did you stay in Honolulu proper?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. But I traveled around the entire island in an old beat up car.
Yeah, because from what I understand,
Awesome.
like you can drive the whole thing within like 5 hours or something like it's not.
Less than that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to stop and look and shit.
2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not big. It's like a city. But yeah, no, you'll enjoy it. So it'll be fun.
Dude, I'm stoked. I was trying to get Sarah to come out, and then a ticket just for her to come and hang out. Because obviously my ticket and hotel and my food's paid for the weekend and everything. And then the ticket just to get her out there would have been $1,200.
Mm-hmm.
And then she also can't get off weekends and shit. So
Yeah, so I paid about $1,200 for $1,200 per person for a round trip. Well, it was plus a hotel, but this was 15 years ago. So
yeah. So it's $1,200 straight from here to there, but it's $1,500 if you stop in LA first and hang out there for a week and then jump over and then come back. Like it's only an extra $300. So extra $300, you can hang out in LA and then go to Hawaii.
Not bad.
Yeah. So I'll probably get to see the stars in LA and then go, the Walk of Stars or some shit, whatever, the Hollywood fucking stars. I feel like that'll be cool. And then Honolulu, baby.
Honolulu. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah. Make sure you click like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff. We promise that maybe we'll be talking about less buttholes next time, but we can't make no promises about that.
If with Steve here, I can't guarantee anything.
But yeah, check us out every week. We love you guys. I love you, Cody. And then, you know what? I had a damn good time. Cheers.
Tell your grandma about us.
Grandma.